I think as humans, this is not just a Christian thing. This is a human thing. We're quick to want to take the speck out of our friend's eye before addressing the log in our own. I think as humans, we want to take the speck out of our friend's eye, and even further, we don't even know that there's a log in our own eye.
Well, hey, crew, it is Adam and Emily, and you are here listening to the conversation wherever you may be, whether you're in your car or going on a walk, cooking dinner for your family. Thank you so much for joining in today and listening to our heavenly voices through your phone.
I typically listen to podcasts in my car, on my walks at night. I'm trying to think of other times.
Getting ready?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm getting ready. Typically, though, it's on my walk with Senator or when I'm driving in a car.
Yeah, so whether you're on your walk, probably not with your dog or driving in your car.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Thank you guys so much for being here. It is episode 309. We are just kind of chatting today, me and Adam in his office, about some things that people might be wrestling with. Before we get further into that, Adam has a little bit of announcement about some coaching stuff that he's been doing.
Yeah, so for the last several months, I've been coaching 2 groups of pastors and ministry leaders, and I can't tell you what an honor it's been. Just been something that's brought so much joy to me. More than that, though, it's really seemed to be helpful to the pastors in these groups. This last time I had one of the pastors said twice, "This is so helpful." So if you are a pastor or a ministry leader and you are wanting to grow as a pastor, if you're wanting to reach people for Christ, that's honestly my number one agenda, is just telling people about Jesus. If that's something you're interested in, I'm starting a brand new coaching group here in September coming up, and I have 3 spots left. There are 9 pastors already in the group. 3 spots are left. We're going to start it. We're going to kick it off. If you want to find out more, go to adamweber.com/coaching. I'd even be willing to jump on a quick 10-minute phone call with you and just kind of share more about the details. But that's just been a huge joy and honor for me.
Yeah, been super fun. Before we go any further, there are some awesome partners that make the conversation possible each and every week. Adam, take us away.
Yeah, our partners, I seriously love these partners. The first partner is Vern Eide Mitsubishi. Vern Eide Motor Cars is a growing, employee-owned, faith-based company that strives to deliver dreams and transform lives. And their goal is excellence in everything that they do. And I'm just telling you, they are legit. From their owner, who is a dear friend, to so many of their staff. I work with Jared specifically whenever I'm looking for a different vehicle. They have just been incredible, and they deliver excellence in everything that they do. And so if you're looking for a new vehicle, if you're looking for an Outlander like I drive, from an Acura, a Ford, Honda, Chevy, like you name the make of vehicle, they're most likely going to have it. And no matter where you live, something most people don't know is they will ship it to you. And so go visit verneide.com. Again, verneide.com. Our second partner today, again, another partner I've known for years, is Mission Haiti. Mission Haiti is a nonprofit that my wife and I have personally supported for over 10 years now. The church that I pastor, we have built 3 different schools in. We sponsor hundreds and hundreds of kids. Mission Haiti, someone just asked me the other day, do you ever worry about where your money goes? Like when you give to them, do you ever have any concern? And I'm like, 0. I know their leadership, both in country and in Haiti itself. It's legit. And honestly, when it comes to our money, it goes so much further in Haiti. It's just incredible. Well, one of their main things that Mission Haiti does is their student sponsorship. Through a monthly gift each month, they're currently sponsoring over 2,800 kids, but through like a sponsorship, they cover a warm meal. They cover, access to healthcare. They cover a Christian education. It's unbelievable. And so I beg you, we're currently sponsoring 2 kids in our own family. Go check out mission-haiti.org. Again, mission-haiti.org. I promise you, you will not regret sponsoring a kid. The best money you could possibly spend. It's awesome.
Love it.
I've met both of the kids. It's incredible.
You have the cutest videos of them too, and pictures
awesome.
of them.
It's
the
awesome.
Sweetest little things.
Yeah, you think like, oh, it's just like a piece of paper, like a picture and a piece of paper, and when you meet the child,
yeah,
and you meet their family, and you see where they're living, you're like, oh my gosh,
Whoa.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's super cool. Thanks for that. Today we just talked about kind of living life online a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of some judgmental Christian people that can be out there. Luckily, no one on our team.
No,
our team is
never.
amazing.
Never.
They'll throw little side comments here and there once in a while, but for the most part,
This
feel pretty
question,
loved.
again, I had no idea what the question was going to be, but the power of our words, specifically our words online and how we use them is so important. And so I hope this connects with you and also encourages and maybe even convicts you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
We are back in your office for another little Ask Adam a fun little question.
I'm nervous this time.
Why?
Just because I have no idea what's coming. So I want to be on my toes. I want to have a good, sharp response. But this is perfect because 99% of the time when I meet with somebody in here, I have no idea what's coming.
Exactly. So it's the same as
Yeah. Do they want to share
Taylor's
their
oldest
story?
time.
It's the same except that camera right there is recording.
Shoot.
So
Get that guy out of here.
Get that guy out of here.
Oh, what a pest. So you're back preaching this week. You took a little bit of time away as we did like our Voices series, and we're starting a series called Magnetic. You talked about just like having a magnetic life and that the way we live is like either going to attract people to us or like repel people from us. Basically, the same thing you could say. It's going to either attract people to Jesus or repel people from Jesus, like the way you're living your life. At the end of the message, you kind of talked about like grumbling.
Yeah.
Which, holy moly, that is convicting.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I saw myself like walk, because then Brian at the end, he was like, well, this message we talked about grumbling. Now go into the parking lot and you guys remember what Adam preached about.
Yeah.
We're not going to complain about what's going on in the parking lot. But you talked about that at the end of the message, and kind of you also mentioned just online being a little bit of a scary place right now, just because a lot of people are spending a lot of time online. A lot of people feel like they can hide behind things online because they're not face to face with a person. So one question that I had, and this was actually from a girl in my Bible study.
Whoa.
Shout out to Maggie.
Let's go.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, she said that she feels like a lot of Christians often get labeled as judgmental, like online, as well as being like offline, just that they're judging people for like who they are, how they are. And like, why do you think that is?
Oh, okay. So right now I'm reading through the Gospel of Matthew, and I just read the story of the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus lays out, it's his longest teaching in one setting. And one of the things he talks about is do not judge. First, take the log out of your own eye so that you can take the speck and see clearly to take the speck out of your friend or neighbor's eye. I think as humans, this is not just a Christian thing. This is a human thing. We're quick to want to take the speck out of our friend's eye before addressing the log in our own. I think as humans, we want to take the speck out of our friend's eye, and even further, we don't even know that there's a log in our own eye. So I think there's that starting premises that I think is huge. But why is that? I think, so there's a bunch of different reasons, but we're quick to judge. We're quick to take the speck out and not acknowledge the log. And that's hypocritical, that when you see that, you're like, that person's not self-aware whatsoever. And it's not really great to be around, specifically if you don't have a relationship with the person who's judging. There's no connection. You're just going right, hey, let me address this speck. And it's like, well, do you even know me or care about me?
Right.
So I think part of it is a human thing that we want to do that. Part of it is we're quick to try to take specks out of people's eyes without seeing the log in our own eye. But I think there is an element that we should, as humans and as Jesus followers, judge right from wrong, and should judge, is this good for my kids? Is it not? Is this food good for my body or not? Like, so I don't think in scripture it says don't judge at all. No, we should. But hopefully if we attempt to take the speck out of our friend's eye, we have first acknowledged and really wrestled with the log in our own. Like we've really seen like, oh, I'm in need of Jesus. I'm in need of changing things. I am far from a work in progress. That's the first thing. And that part we don't normally do as Christians.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is, Emily, as my friend, I care about you.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a relationship. I'm not bringing this out of nowhere. Like, you know that I care about you and I know that you care about me. And so in relationship, I'm able to say, hey, I care about you so much, but can we just talk about this one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you ask my advice, hey, Adam, what do you think about this? Then I can say, hey, whoa, I feel so honored that you would ask me. You know, I'm not sure if this is right for you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is best for you. I think anytime we lead with trying to judge or address something in another person, their immediate response is going to be defensive.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, but I think we do that really, really wrong as Christians.
Yeah.
And often on our social media,
That's,
it's like, let me tell you about how everybody's terrible.
Yep.
Let me tell you about how my waiter totally screwed up my order,
Yeah.
and how this business that I went to did this and this and this.
Yeah.
Mind you, we're doing the exact same thing ourselves.
Yep.
And that's just not very great.
Yeah.
So,
So social media, going back to that little point, you kind of talked about on Sunday, which was yesterday. This is, well, for me, we're recording this on Monday,
Perfect.
so Sunday was yesterday. You talked about how like you'll see people comment stuff online and then they'll have like a Bible verse in their bio or something.
Yeah.
Like saying that they're following Jesus. So if you see someone doing this, say you saw someone just being totally out of line, like on the internet, like what do you do with that? Like, should we be calling them out? Like, because you also don't want to be like, I'm holier than thou. Like, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to be doing. Like, what would you do with that?
I would say first off, it's kind of not really answering the question. First, evaluate your own social media.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're not kind of indirectly being passive aggressive or snarky with your own social media.
Mm-hmm.
We'll always know our own intent when we post something. And it's easy. We don't know the intent of another person when they're posting something. So ours, it's like, oh, I wasn't trying to say that. And it's like, we can even fool ourselves. It's like, well, actually, I kind of was being snarky or passive aggressive. So first, we need to evaluate ourselves. Secondly, what I tend to do is on a post like that, I try to post something really kind as a believer. And so if someone's like tearing another person down, I try to find some redeeming quality and like, hey, I'm praying for you, cheering you on.
Yeah.
I try to be a light so that, if they click into my profile, he's a Jesus follower and he's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of overcoming darkness a little bit by shining brighter.
Mm-hmm.
As far as confronting the person, again, I don't think you're gonna win anybody's heart over through another comment back.
Yeah.
If you have a relationship with them, that's again where it's like, okay, I need to reflect on my own social media. Secondly, do I have a relationship with that person where they would hear me out?
Right.
If they do, then gently and humbly, hopefully, if you're in a relationship, they'll maybe bring it up. Did you see that comment? That got me so mad, and I ended up commenting on it. Yeah, I saw that. And then it's like, Emily, I'm not sure if that's like the best way to win somebody over. And I understand what your heart is, but I'm not sure that's how it came off. But again, that takes relationships. And so that's how I'd handle it. If they didn't bring it up to me and I had the relationship, then I would gently and humbly say, hey, this is really weird. Like, I just care about you so much. This is really awkward to bring up. But Emily, I saw your comment and I can understand where you're coming from. I got fired up too when I saw it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that's the best way to go about doing so.
Right.
Any conversation like that, genuinely like grace and truth in relationship done well, feels like a foreign thing because we either don't do it well and it's just all truth or all grace, which is not Jesus. He's both. Or we do it outside of a relationship, which doesn't work, or we just don't ever say anything at all. And so I'm grateful for those relationships that I have, that there's a relationship, there's grace and truth, and someone cares enough about me to say, hey, that was kind of unpleasant to hear from you, Adam, or I don't really know if that came across how you wanted to.
Right.
That's so foreign. Yet the older I get, the more I appreciate those.
Yeah. People calling you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So what do you think it means to, like, on social media, what do you think it looks like to live like out your faith?
I think that's a great question. I think to just be normal in the best way. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a normal human being. Again, build relationship instead of just being a billboard that just kind of says the same thing over and over again. Hopefully they're like, hopefully you live a magnetic life.
Yeah.
Like we talked about on Sunday. You have the attitude of Jesus. You have the heart of a servant. And that your words are without grumbling. I think that. And then if there's beautiful things, you see God's beauty in an article, or you see God's grace and his joy, even his truth, and just like presented in a really great way. Whether it's sharing that in an article that's just like, whoa, that's really beautiful, or something kind that you see, or just an encouraging word. It's the Lord's kindness that brings us to repentance. I think we often think it's God's shouting that does. So I think just really having our social media be life-giving. And hopefully, because again, so often it's face-to-face relationships.
Yeah.
It might be a message we share where someone's genuinely moved or they come to Christ or something, but a lot of times it's like, hey, Emily, you're just like, you always share like the most encouraging things. And you just seem so fun to be around. And gosh, I've just really been struggling lately. And I know that you're a Christian. Like, would you be praying for me? And so something simple online leads to a conversation offline where you can go deeper in that friendship. So that's what I would say I don't think it's the best place to share hot button topics.
It's just, when
or
in doubt, don't push share. Yeah.
Well, it's Carlos, when I interviewed him, like, who do you think you're really going to win someone over by sharing this article or news story? Probably not.
Right.
A lot of times we do so because we're fired up.
Yeah.
That's really a good thing. Like, if you find yourself fired up or you're like high emotion inside you, probably not the best time to go posting.
Just take
a breath.
A little bit, take some time away, touch grass, as they like to say.
Yeah. Well, I even liked what Carlos shared in that interview. He said, type it all up. And then,
that was good.
And then delete it.
That was really good.
Share that post to yourself.
And or like even put it in your notes app, and then you can read it back in a couple hours. Be like, that person was nuts. She's crazy.
Exactly. I think on social, hopefully, you're building a relationship that people want to connect with you offline. Yeah. And they're like, that's where they'll open up. And I'm shocked by the amount of, because that sounds light and fluffy. It's like, well, Pastor, are you ever going to share the hard truth? Are you ever going to whatever? Gosh, I get asked about the hard truth all the time. And when people ask me, I never sugarcoat it. Yeah. So if people ask me hard, messy questions, and they've brought it up, again, I'm not throwing a landmine at them or a grenade at them. And like, they're bringing it up to me and they trust me enough to ask it. It's like, whoa, I've never seen those conversations go bad ever in 18 years of being a pastor. Yeah. But if I tried to drop that on Facebook, I would never have those conversations. They would never be able to see my heart. They'd never be able to look me in the eye and like, oh man, Adam really cares about me. We lose that. Yeah. It's just like, he's just out there throwing hand grenades. Yeah, right. So,
wow, that's good, Adam. Thanks for that wisdom there.
Oh, I don't know if it was wisdom or not. Yeah. No, it's, I'm so grateful that Jesus, there was no social media when he was around walking the earth, but I'm just blown away, whether it's the Gospels or even Proverbs has so much to say about our words and even how we use our words online. So if you're wrestling with that, read through the Gospels, read through the book of Proverbs, and it'll have a ton to say.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, whether you're listening or you're watching. Again, the conversation isn't possible without you guys. Adam, you got anyone else you'd like to thank you today?
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thanks just for tuning in each and every week. I don't take it lightly at all. Just had someone stop me the other day. Hey, I listen to your podcast every single week. And I'm like, no way. It's so cool. So if you see me out and about, if you see me online, I'd be honored just to have you say hello. Huge shout out to our partners, Vern Eide Motor Cars and Mission Haiti, two incredible organizations. Go buy yourself a vehicle at Vern Eide and go sponsor a child, change their lives literally through Mission Haiti. But thanks so much for listening in.
Thanks, guys.